Oh, there he is. There he is again, Stephen A. Smith. So, whenever you see his face, the one thing that you know is that he's done something stupid again. Well, stupid as far as his respect in the black community, but I don't think he really cares as long as the people that pay him to say stupid things are happy. I think he's fine. Was it this time? Stephen A. Smith went after Ayesha Curry, Steph Curry's wife, and she said she was emotional, but she said something a lot of us all say, that the NBA is rigged and fixed. People have been saying that for over 30 years. An official got arrested and went to jail for actually fixing games. An official who went to jail, Tim Donaghy, also told us how they fixed the games. He told us why they fixed the games. And she just mentioned it. And ESPN, because they want you to watch the games because they make a lot of money off advertising, had to send someone out to slap her down, to put her in her place. And the person they chose, again, was Stephen A. Smith, the gatekeeper of all things black. He does it again. Whenever ESPN or quote-unquote the establishment wants to say something negative about black people and attack them, they get Stephen A. Smith to do it. And he comes out and says, I'm going to say what I want to say, and I don't care who says anything about it. And he goes out and he does it, and he attacked Ayesha Curry, essentially telling this woman that she needs to know her role and know her place. Right? Essentially. And her place and her role is to shut up and not complain or be honest or talk about what happens with the shield. The shield in this case, the NBA. See, she let out a big secret that these games are fixed, that outcomes aren't true outcomes, that this is entertainment, not a true sporting event. Things are done for ratings. Promises may be made for certain players to go certain places, so things are done in certain ways. That's what this league is about. But it's not just the NBA. It happens in football, baseball, probably soccer, other sports like that. I don't watch it all. Hockey, who knows? I don't know. I don't watch them. But I know it happens in the sports that I watch. Every professional sport I watch, some fishy stuff goes on. And this time, Ayesha Curry saw it. Was frustrated. See, here's the thing that I think a lot of people don't understand. That the players aren't in on it. Too many players, too many young people might speak on it or whatever. It's done at a league level. The games are managed. So if I'm going to cheat, I'm going to see how you guys are playing. And if I have to cheat, because you might beat the guy for real, right? So let that happen. Makes us look good. But if I have to manage the game and kind of help you along, I will. It does in football all the time. Certain fouls are called that aren't. So Ayesha Curry went out, and after a terrible, terrible performance by the referees, she came out and spoke out against this. And ESPN said, oh my goodness, she has so many followers on Instagram or Twitter or wherever. So we have to nip this in the bud. So let's get our boy Stephen A. Smith out there, and he'll do his speaking, and he'll criticize her. Well, the way he criticized her was especially coonish. This guy came out and did the good Negro, bad Negro comparison. Basically, he just threw everyone under the bus. He talked about Ayesha Curry speaking out, saying her piece, being a human being, and he compared that to LeBron James's wife. One commented on how, I don't understand how this is relevant, but LeBron James' wife is just as pretty as, and she's fine and all this stuff, and that wasn't what this topic's about. But he threw that out there. It's another reason for that. I got a video for that coming up, but there's a sneaky little reason why he threw that out there, because this is about a person speaking out and speaking their mind. He also talked about what LeBron James' wife doesn't do, which is, use her husband's fame for her businesses. I guess he accused Curry's wife of doing that and maximizing her potential and their family's income potential that way. Steph doesn't make as much as LeBron, so maybe she has to do that, right? You never know. Who cares? It's their business. And he also mentioned how she didn't speak out or say anything to hurt LeBron. She is subservient to him, and that's the way the other should be. When I look at it as one woman handles her business one way, and another woman handles her business another way, and they're both great, and they should be able to do that. And it's not really important how they handle their business. Her whole point was this: the NBA is rigged and fixed. Don't get us off the topic, Coon. And he is so quick and strong to attack people. You remember when he attacked people like Kevin Durant or others, but there's some people he will never stand up to. And here's that face right here. Michelle Beadle. You remember that one, don't you? Michelle Beadle versus Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith made a comment on the Ray Rice case. It was a benign comment, especially when he explained it, but it was benign when I first heard it. He said that both parties, men and women, need to not escalate, I'm paraphrasing now, escalate the situation and have those situations rise up to where people are fighting and hitting each other. Because Michelle Beadle, at times, women do hit men. Right? Men shouldn't hit women, but women shouldn't hit men. No one should hit anyone. We both understand that. And that's what he was trying to explain, but you didn't take it that way. And you said he was advocating domestic violence. One thing I want to tell you about Stephen A. Smith, this man is a coon. This man would never say anything his masters would disapprove of, so he was extra careful, and there was nothing wrong with what he said. Yet when she went at him, she went in hard, saying he was a terrible person, supporting domestic violence, and, she probably behind the scenes got this man suspended for a week. ESPN humbled him, embarrassed him. They said, oh, you can say what you want to say? Not in this topic. Not with this person. She is your master. She is superior to you. You are nothing. And you know what he did? He ate it and smiled about it. Bent down and said, yes, master, I was wrong, and apologized profusely for something he didn't do or say. But he begged for mercy. What about this Michelle Beadle character? Who is she? One, she's on ESPN. She's a sportscaster or something. I don't even know. Who cares? She's a nobody. But she did work for them. You see that guy, not Roy Jones on the left, but the other guy. I couldn't find any other photos of him I could use. Jim Lampley. She worked for him on the Fight Game. Why am I bringing up Lampley? Because Lampley has a domestic violence charge against him where he beat the hell out of his girlfriend, and she worked for the man and never complained about it. Michelle Beadle is the same one that always goes after Floyd Mayweather about his domestic violence, but not the man she works for. Domestic violence is wrong, but you gotta call it both ways. You can't excuse it when a man is white and go after and attack black people because it's good for ratings. But that's what happens. And Stephen A. Smith never commented about that either because he's been humbled. He can't say what he wants to say. He can't be a man because he's not one. He's their boy. He's their slave. He's like in old times during slavery, there was always a black person who was the HNIC, essentially. He was the person that was the gatekeeper. He made sure the slaves stayed in line. And when they went off the reservation, he would say something about it. That's who this guy is. Always been that way. And that's what they use him for. He's a gatekeeper. His job is to make sure that the colored stay in line. And he does a good job at it because people still watch and people still care about what this coon has to say. So just remember something when he attacks Ayesha Curry. It's not his voice you're hearing. It's the voice of the people at ESPN, the people at Disney, and the people that have always put you down.